will be picked up, as well as the Beatrix for Onic PH.
In their first phase alone, Onic PH has assembled their 3-man kill squad. We've seen them do this in the group stage, and now they're going to do the same exact thing again. Baloyski is just going to play the Rafaela.
He doesn't mind being a Rafaela one trick in M3.
Yeah, M3 is his Rafaela era.
3 times this time.
In the series alone. In the
series alone, he's picked it up 3 times. All of the games, and so far, the impact that he's had is insane. Even though in the early stages he does get caught out, it is for the greater good of his team. He opens up the map really well. He uses that to, funnily enough, dying is something that everyone just doesn't want to do. But if you do it right, if you make it worth, it's a good death.
Yeah, right now RSG, in terms of how they're drafting, again, it's looking pretty good. If the Paquito is going to the jungle, I would say that is a little bit more favorable. He can move around the map, really putting a lot of pressure every single place that he goes to. But I want to see LY4, can he really execute on this one as well? Because the playstyle is almost the same as the Balman and the Roger, but he hasn't been really adding anything for his team. Because even though the side-ins are winning, he's not making the win even bigger. So right now from the side of RSG, in terms of the draft, it's already looking good. From the side of Onic Philippines, the draft is also looking good. But they still need someone to go to the backline and deal with the Beatrix as well as Nathan.
Oh, definitely hear ya. We're looking for a replacement on the side of RSGSG. But it's looking like currently maybe Diablo's going to be playing the Paquito. Could be LY4 still, but RSGSG, this is quite a surprise. It's a blunt object, but in the hands of Dilarski, it's a lethal instrument. They ban out the Uranus.
In this kind of situation, I almost want to say, take a page out of BTK's book, just take a Saber Assassin. Just take a Saber Jungler.
Yeah, again, against this marksman team, you want to go for those pickoffs, right? It's going to be really, really good because Onic Philippines, they're going to look to maybe group up a lot here, right? With the Rafaela, they need this. If you can pick them up, because the thing is, for Nathan and Beatrix, both of them are really dominant in their lanes in the jungle. They want to go for the objective, so they are going to naturally split up a lot as well. And that is the prime time for RSG to look for picks on the board with the Saber, perhaps, but the Barrett ban comes in. The RSG, they don't want to go against these hard front lines, and that will kind of mean that either they're going in for a very good front to back, or they're going in for a pick. But I think front to back is the answer.
Yeah, it's clearly gonna have to be the Tams here for Dilarski, unless they're feeling frisky, picks up a different hero. They understand RSGSG. They're smart enough to say, okay, we see what you're trying to do. You can't afford any more softies, so you're gonna have to play something that's very sustainable in the side lane. And I'm saying it's gotta be the Tams, unless they steal it here, but they're gonna turn their lineup into something else. So in efforts of stopping Onic PH, RSG might actually be investing a little too much in that counter play just direction.
But the thing is, even if they do take the Tamus, I would argue that Onic Philippines, they still have a lot of choices. This is the thing about EXP late. There's a lot, even the Esmeralda. So they took the Esmeralda over here, but it does show that his Paquito is going to jungle.
There it is. The Tamus pick already predicted and instantly taken away by the side of Onic Philippines. Remember, 5 times this hero has been picked up and is still sitting at a 0% win rate. Not a good hero. I mean, technically, in the M3 stage, statistically, it's not a good hero.
Not yet, but slowly we have seen the rise of the win rates on heroes like Yi and Shin. So Tams might fall in that basket. And here we see could be a side lane. Lilia, Marky, we saw him do this in the group stage, so nothing too crazy for Onic PH. They're staying the course. They're playing just little calibrations, little iterations of what they did in the series so far, and that's just riding momentum.
This is why it's so weird, because they can really do anything with their draft right now. They can put Beatrix gold, they can put Beatrix mid, same thing with Lilia. Lilia, I would say putting in a gold probably is a little bit better in terms of investing where you put this Lilia at, just because the mage will always outrange the marksman, and the Lolita is coming in. Will this be enough of a game changer? And looks like it's going to be a Matilda mid.
Yeah, I was about to say you need something to counter that damage that's going to come through and just shred your front line, and the shielding from Lolita, it's going to do wonders.
Yeah, could be the hard stop to Onic PH's streak. But again, Lolzy, he's tried game 1, game 2. I'm thinking where he's mentally right now. You have to be ready as a Lolita. You have to be standing right in front. It's going to be that Rafaela, Nate, and Beatrix just roaming around. If he gets spotted by a Holy Baptism, man, how do you even stop that? How do you even charge up your Numinal Blast?
But anyways, I'm hyped. If Lilia is the key, if Lilia wins it for RSG, making sure that they're still in the game, then again, Moonton, make this hero better, buff her up, revamp. I want to see more Lilias. Oh, sorry, Lolitas.
Yeah, no, Lilia is actually a foil to Lolita. Now, now we mention it. So there's that interaction as well.
Well, let's get straight into the game. Onic Philippines with match point. Will they be able to close it out right here? Or will the host team, RSG Singapore, pull it back? Lolzy already doing a lot of damage onto Hatred with that follow from Sana, taking Hatred really, really low, forcing the regeneration early on.
Right now, looking at the goal, we can see that the Clint is already seeing who is at mid, and he doesn't want to leave. He's just going to stay down there, and he's just going to farm very, very safely. So right now, Onic Philippines, in a way, they've already won that lane just because of that matchup.
Yep, so that's bottom lane, right? Let's talk about mid. There's so much money in mid. There's so much that need the funnel, right? We've seen the funnel strategy from about 2 years in ML history. We just mentioned gold lane. Onic PH got it on lock. Let's now talk about mid again. Onic PH, that's where they want to put their money. It's all on Nathan, it's all on Hatred, and then Beloy's just going to babysit him.
You know, I want to go back to the gold lane a little bit here because, again, it is a first blood. You actually faced this Lilia in the gold lane yesterday. Tell me why it's so hard and why even pro players struggle to do this. But wait a minute, Rsg is already going for a duel, and in the jungle of Onic, Rsg already making moves here, but instant response from Onic. Lolzy goes in for stun, but only onto Beloyski. A little bit of a mistap, perhaps. But yes, back onto that gold lane.
Yeah, the reason why it's so difficult going up against this Lilia, number one, she outranges you. She can deal damage, and you can't. That's a good trait over there. And at level 1, you have 2 skills. There's a lot of combination there. So in a way, you just win a lot in level 1.
Okay, let's see what happens here. Again, it is already 5 seconds left until the first turtle spawns in. RSG, right now, they do have some pressure, but not for the waves, and Lolzy already missing out on that. It's going to be Kyrie waiting in the bush, and there we go. The entropy has been used. It's going to be LY4 dealing a lot of damage, but look at the comeback. Look at the plays by Onic, just waiting it around and using the abilities to their maximum potential, picking up a 1-for-1.
Tempo-wise, I'd say Onic came out the winner there. They do have a better positioning when it comes to the turtle take, and this run-in by Diablo, not going to be good for him. He doesn't have his ult. He has a flicker, yes, but just like that, 2-for-1, yes, in that first engage. Still, Onic looking like they can take this turtle really easy.
Yeah, very easy at that, but wait a minute, it might not be that easy. RSG, they're looking at contenders with only 4 members here. Let's see, with how Bart's running low, it's actually going to be not... Dude, Kyrie wasn't there. The turtle would be slain, but Rsg, he wants to go for the re-engage right now with the fallout coming in. Lolzy, will he be able to survive? He's going to get taken down, but Onic, they find something back, even though RSG got the turtle.
Yeah, looking at that last team fight, Onic Philippines, they weren't really sure whether they want to commit or not, and that's where RSG, they caught him sleeping. They went ahead and grabbed the turtle for themselves. But looking at the damage, Onic Philippines is looking very good. They're looking at that low data. Once the shield is down, they're just going to go straight in.
That's a good trade, I'd say. Just give up the turtle. RSGSG, LY4 not going to be able to use it much because slowly the firepower on this mid money lineup is building up. Even LY4 has to think twice, even with Lolzy, if he's able to dive this bush that has the 3 members of Onic in it. So yeah, I think slowly, this 1k gold lead, almost 2k, will slowly grow. And look at this. Hatred knows.
Oh, the damage, LY4. Oh my god, he almost one-shots Hatred.
He knows, but he didn't know.
He knows, but he didn't know. But wait a minute, it's going to be actually Rsg caught in the midst of it all. The falling star move to end it all. And RSG, they found 2 out of nowhere. Kyrie, though, he's right there for the backup. Will he go to the bottom side? It looks like he won't. He's just going to give it up.
It's back-to-back not knowing, right? Marky Delarski also got surprised there.
Yeah, but oh my god, Kyrie needs to be careful. The damage, oh my god, that is insane. LY4 with this Paquito. We saw it in the group stages, and now we see it again, the impact, man.
The thing is, he hasn't completed his item just yet. He's going for the War Axe. It's not completed. Once it is, it's going to be a very tough time for the backline from the side of Onic Philippines to actually sustain this damage. However, I do feel like Onic Philippines, in terms of controlling the game, they still have the advantage, especially Beatrix in mid, can clear the lane much faster than the builder. So theoretically, any kind of rotation, Onic will be there first.
Yep, initiative on the side of Onic PH, but I must commend LY4. I'm loving that he's in his comfort. I'm loving that he has a hero that is both self-sustaining and is a killing machine on its own. I think that's a problem with the Balmond earlier. He had to have Onic PH make a mistake to overcommit and get eaten up by that lethal counter. This time around, he's so comfortable in his skin.
Oh, but they gotta be careful here. Onic PH realizing that RSG wants to play the bottom side. They instantly rotate to the top side, and Diablo is caught in the 1v4 right now. Let's see if he can run away. He will be, but it is going to be the trade. The turtle for that top side tier 1.
I kind of feel like it is where the Draper right now. Hatred over there, looking very yummy, but LY4 was not there, and this is a problem. The Beatrix just clears the lane much easier compared to the Matilda. So in terms of defense as well as offense, Onic still looking good. The Larsky over here in the bot side of the map.
Oh, but wait a minute, it's going to be Onic again jumping in. Diablo is going to get taken down. The turret will fall as well, but Larsky are going to go for engage as well. It is going to be a lot of damage placed. It is still the Vengeance popped in. Larsky is still surviving right now, looking for the outplay, but the damage is just certainly too much for him to handle. Baby Cakes picks up 1, but Onic PH, they've actually found the better trade here. Not only getting that top side turret, but also rotating to the mid lane and splitting their resources in. It is going to be the collapse though. RSG, can they go for more? The answer is no.
Onic PH stonks are way up. They could have even forced top lane, but RSGSG, they knew. Across that whole trade for the turtle and for the kill on Dilarski, Onic PH got 2 turrets. Those are permanent objectives that will never ever respawn. So yeah, when it comes down to Onic PH's long game, I'm guessing, yeah, this 1k gold lead is not where they want to be, but it is great in the whole grand scheme of things.
Yeah, right now, RSG, if they can somehow answer back by getting 2 turrets up top, maybe they can equalize this a little bit, making sure that they do not have a clear disadvantage when it comes to objectives.
Yeah, he's already moving up to the top side, trying to get some turrets out of there. But remember, Onic PH, they already got the mid lane turret on the bottom side. It is going to be Diablo jumping into 2 members. Kyrie will just choose to back away for now, as Onic has just taken another turret. What makes this easy for Onic is that they have that mid side opened up, but Beloyski's going to get engaged on right now, and the follow just there. Kyrie has nowhere to go. Actually, he still manages to survive, not for long though. Baby BBK finds him, and LY4 on the back of it all. He gets one. Glarsky is all that is left of Onic. He's gonna get taken down, and Marky, he has nowhere to go. He's gonna go back away. RSG have found that winning fight.
LY4 relentless. He is a predator pugilist on that Paquito. He hunted down Hatred, and that was his one job. He tunnel visioned into the Beatrix, and he got the job done.
Oh my goodness, LaFell, what just happened in that team fight? RSG out of nowhere, they just pulled the trigger, and Onic Philippines, they crumbled.
Yeah, right now we can see that Onic Philippines, in terms of their draft, they're really good in terms of actually pushing. But Team RSG, they got a good fight in their own jungle because it is such a small space, making it very easy for LY4 to actually focus on one target at a time. And the fact that he managed to get Hatred over there, the damage onto the Paquito is very minuscule. But the damage that he himself can dish out, that's amazing. LY4, just like what Leo said, this is the perfect mix for him. Tankiness as well as damage.
Self-sufficient in the jungle, self-sufficient roaming everywhere on the map, and that killer instinct is just all shown here in the game. Already equalizing, not just equalizing, but also actually getting a little bit of the gold lead. But what RSG needs to do right now is keep at it. Use this lead to get more on the board, and right now, they're doing really good in terms of rotations. Maybe not, though, because it's actually going to be on a PH going for the bottom side, and this might be a disaster. Sana putting all of their resources to go onto Dlarsky, and they're losing a lot in that bottom side.
They're still trading huge on the map. Diablo gonna have to back out here. That's 4 members, 2 of them marksmen. Yes, BBK can try to push up top, but the damage is done. Inhibitor pop.
Yeah, again, RSG, Sana, he doesn't have to serve the Eagle, but Bloisky, he's gonna get taken very, very low right there. Still has the holy back. And the turn comes in. LY4 already taken out the fight. I don't think it's wise to go for more, but RSG, they still forced the fight. What is this? It's gonna be turn right. Oh my god! Baby Cakes comes in to turn it all around. Dlarsky versus Baby Cakes. Will it be the Maniac or will it be Dlarsky pulling it back? It's gonna be the kite away, but Dlarsky falls back, and the triple kill for both of the marksmen for Onic and RSG.
That was an amazing team fight coming in from both of these teams. And right now, from the side of RSG, they really have to respect the push coming in from Onic Philippines because, again, they can push very, very hard. They have the Beatrix, they have the Nathan, they also have the Lilia. The Lilia can clear the lanes very, very fast. So right now, Diablo can't be alone. He can sustain, sure, but he can't clear the lanes fast enough. Looking at the itemization over here, LY4 is looking very strong. Now he just finished his Hunter Strike. If he can somehow flank from behind, Onic Philippines is in trouble.
Yeah, again, Bloisky just gets caught out. He still has the holy healing, but not for long. It's going to be Sana picking up the kill. And now it might be a free lord to the hands of the hosts.
If Onic PH were doing turrets or kills for turtles earlier on, Lords for the same at this point in the game, 10 minutes in, might not be a good deal.
You see that he even charges through the benches, the damage of LY4 as he outplays Marky. Oh my god! Onic have been wiped out! It's time for RSG to shine!
But the decision-making on Kyrie, he went up and said, I don't care, I'm going to take this Lord, you are not going to get this, and I think there's still a great window for Onic PH to defend.
We were talking about how RSG have to use the break well, and they used it very well. Right now, from the side of RSG, the thing that I like the most is they actually play the side lanes better. Now they're actually paying attention to Baby Cakes. They're paying attention to Diablo. Baby Cakes right now, 6-1 and 6 score, plays so good, being able to kite out a lot of damage and able to dish out a lot of damage as well. RSG, right now, this is their game to lose.
Slowly, this is the passing of the baton from LY4. The first 10 minutes of the game is all about LY4. It was the LY4 show. Now, it's time for Baby Cakes. Baby Cakes grown up.
Baby Cakes grew up very, very fast, actually. The triple kill, what? Adult Cakes?
Sure, why not, right?
Sure, why not? It is Adult Cakes now. Let's see what happens here. Will he be able to take that baton and carry the team? Because look at Onic. They're just relentless. Even after losing a 5v5, they still are on the pace. They are the one pushing forward, and RSG are the ones on the back foot.
I gotta say, it's all on that last call by Kyrie. Imagine if the Lord went over to RSG could have been over because that's permanent buffs on your minions. You might not be able to get the inhibitor. More likely you were, though, because top lane, that's been worked on by Baby Cakes about past 8 minutes. But talking about that one last call, Kyrie was going to die anyways. There was no way that a Nathan from the jungle was going to survive a 1v4 like that. But just the same, that's what's kept Onic here still in the driver's seat and somehow still threatening a 3-0 sweep.
But honestly, these fights are all going to come down to how Lolzy plays with the shields, because you can see that he actually nullifies a lot of that damage. And now Lolzy already going in for the stun. It's going to be a lot of damage pace, and Bloisky is going to still be able to run away for now, but very low HP. That was a lot of damage taken, but he still manages to survive somehow.
Merkel, you called it. During the draft, you already said that RSG, based on the draft, they want to play a front-back kind of team fight, and that's what they've been doing all this time. Lolzy being very, very confident, staying in the front, making sure that he tanks a lot of the damage, because as we can see, one of the things that I like to see during the RSG team fights is just that the amount of juggling of damage. First, you can see that, oh, they're focusing heavy on LY4, and then the rest of the team's like, hey, hit me next, hit me! And this has become a problem where Onic Philippines, it makes it very difficult for them to focus on anyone specifically, just because RSG, they force the side of Onic Philippines, because a lot of the damage is basic attack damage. And yeah, RSG, they're handling the team fights so well right now.
It's honestly insane how they're playing these team fights, but remember, they gotta stay disciplined up until the very end, because even though they've been winning these team fights so far, Onic has been one step ahead every single time for the side of the objectives, and that is, in the end, what wins you games.
Off of the back of a great Numenon Blast and a Circling Eagle, RSG has just the perfect team fight if they can set it up. If they can set it up this whole time, Beloisi is trying to bait out these ults, bait out these skills, and that's what he's doing here exactly. All the while, Delarski is splitting up the map. As you can see, 1-3-1. The members of RSG understand that the map is just as important, but Onic PH, look at how fixated they are on this river.
Oh, but they gotta be careful though. Look at the Esmeralda. He actually has some minion. I mean, tech just one minion. I thought he was gonna be able to get something done, but yeah, I thought it was gonna be a minion with full HP, but no, it's only a 1H, literally 1 bar minion. Let's see what happens here, because actually, again, Onic Philippines with the inhibitor that they have been able to take early on, it's a huge pressure spot for them.
Right now, both the teams, they have to put on their dancing shoes, because right now it's a tango. The Lord is there. Onic Philippines, they have the situation where they can push to end. RSG, they really have to play this out well. You really hyper-focus on the Lord, focusing on the team fight, but they have to look at the side lanes. This is going to be a long tango.
It is going to be an extremely long tango. Look at the side lane pressure. Everyone is trying to micromanage everything right now, and it is going to be extremely hard for both teams. Very frustrating for anyone, as Lorski already hitting onto that inhibitor turn on the top side. Diablo actually wanted, and he tried. He did. He was able to get that the prio into that mid lane by cutting the wave, but now it is just an all-out 1v1 in that Lord pit as well. Not much of a fight. Both teams just poking, just looking for the right moment to go in, because right now it is actually going to favor Onic PH very much so, with Lorski waiting in the back. This can be it, guys. This might be the final fight. Whoever wins this one might win the series. Lorski jumps in onto 2 members for now. Not a lot of damage placed as well. LY4 is actually going to go for the flanks. Not going to be able to get anything done. It's going to be Lorski backing away, and he is taking a half HP. Not half. He's taking to a quarter of health right now. And Onic, they're forced to back away now. The re-engage comes in for RSG. Forward side with Onic 2 is going to be able to connect onto Kyrie, but now still has nowhere to go, and he's going to get taken down. RSG with the comeback. They're going to be able to get 2 on the board, but it's only an immortality for now. The Vengeance pop, and RSG will be able to pick up the Lord for free.
Yeah, right now, what happened was RSG, they full-on engaged, and Diablo actually managing to get onto Kyrie, getting onto multiple people, really slowed them down, enough for Baby Kicks to dish out the damage. From the side of Onic Philippines, they really tried to bait out the Lord, but the Lolita, again, just having good positioning, making sure that Baby Kicks is alive, because right now, Lolzy is looking at the entire team. All of you, yeah, you take care of yourself. I'm only going to take care of Adult Kicks right now.
Adult Kicks with that flick shot, taking out Kyrie in quick fashion. It's got to be frustrating, something awful here for Onic PH, because on paper, they should have the easier engages. They just need basic attacks. They just need that one Holy Baptism and Delarski to peel. But again, we just saw in that last big team fight, it took them about 1.5 minutes to try to find that perfect angle. They almost did, but just off of a single Adult Cakes engage, people just drop.
I feel like the main reason for that is because Onic PH, they don't really have a reliable source of engage. Sure, they have the stun, but it's not reliable to get onto anyone, right? You need to flicker forward, you need to look for these crazy engages, whereas RSG, they can just go for Lolzy can engage. We have Matilda, we have Paquito as well.
Yeah, and the thing about the Lolita, again, we've been talking about Luminous Blast, you don't necessarily need to stun. Even the slow is enough.
Absolutely, but look at this, the siege continues. RSG actually, Onic, we're really good at defending that. Falling Star Moon onto the back line, trying to zone away the members, but it is still Onic defending, and we still have a game on our hands. That was a beautiful defense by Onic PH, taking away that Lord. I didn't even see it spawn. I mean, I did, but it just disappeared in that top side.
Yeah, no, I saw exactly what Marky did. He planted like a bajillion glooms in one underneath and just cleaned the house with the help of Hatred. So I understand now what RSG is doing. They know that they're the aggressors. They know that they're ahead by 4K. So what Onic PH is trying to do here is trying to split them up, but it's not as easy. I see now how Onic PH, their plan is so fragile in the face of a Numenon Blast. And I'm not even talking about a full-on hit, just the threat of activation spreads out the marksmen, the softies on the side of Onic.
This is why I love Mobile Legends, man, because a hero that you did not thought would be good in the meta right now, it can really shift right back into it. This is amazing. I love the creativity coming in from all these players, and the fact that they can use it up to this level just by having that one hero basically shutting down the Nathan as well as the Beatrix, which is the main damage dealers, the main win condition for on the Philippines. This is great.
Yeah, the last time we saw Lolita, it was M1, literally, right? The last time we've seen it like being in the meta, like very constantly picked up, it was M1, and it's showing up again right here with none of the analysts predicting that this can come up like this.
Basically 2019, 2 years ago, 2 years and change is when we last saw Lolita on top of the metagame For now, she's slowly climbing back up, and in so many games in just the group stage and even the playoffs here in M3, she was the game changer. And right now, that seems to be the case. It's so true.
I'm proud of her. She's doing well.
She is doing well, but Lolzy is doing also well with this hero. Let's see what they can do. 50 seconds on the clock for the Enhanced Lord to spawn once more. 19 minutes of gameplay already as Lolzy. That shielding has to be the main problem.
0-3-15 on the roamer from RSG SG. He was here for about 75-80% almost of the team fights and the kills that RSG SG were able to win. That's got to be something. That's got to say something. As compared to the way he played in Game 1 and Game 2, he's really setting the pace. He's really just everything that RSG SG needs at this point.
Yeah, right now, even though RSG they are in front, they have to be careful, but they just revealed their positioning. Mark, if you're not careful, you're going to get caught.
Yeah, but this is because RSG wants to go for... Oh my god!
Oh, that damage!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Was that a bomb?
You need to take back what you said about Clint's late game, because that was disgusting. But already the black shoes popped right before of the Lord fight. You can take the orange buff. That's what we needed here in Lolzy already. Look at that, man. Every single piece of basic attack, even from Baby Cakes, so painful as now. The Enhanced Lord has been started by RSG. Larky once again on the flanks, not able to get anyone as of this moment, as both teams will need to micromanage once again all the waves and the Lord at the same time.
Yeah, they're looking for an in, and I'm guessing Baby Cakes right now, he's a barefoot Clint. The amount of damage he's outputting,
Yes.
there's got to be no boots on this Clint. There's no space.
It doesn't matter. He has evolved. Baby Cakes, Adult Cakes, now he's Daddy Cakes. You're coming to him, he's going to take you down.
All right, let's see what happens here. Will Daddy Cakes be able to come in to save the game? It is going to be RSG once again with the early pressure. But look at that top side. They need to do something right now. Diablo already going in for the backside. It's going to be Larky canceling out Lolzy. But it is all a mix-up right now. RSG, they're actually caught in multiple situations. And the base is wide open right now. But look at the fight. Kyrie managing to get one. It's going to be him taken very, very low with the immortality popped onto Lolzy. Still able to deal some damage right now. But Sana, he goes back in. Right now, it is still Daddy Cakes coming in, trying to save the game. But he gets shut down. And Diablo, he's going to be next. Kyrie with the Maniac.
A masterclass in using the scramble to your advantage. Twice in a row, Onic PH has been on the receiving end of Baby Cakes, Adult Cakes, Daddy Cakes, whatever you want to call him's gun. Now, they were facing down the wrong barrel of the gun, man. RSGSG wiped out. They're going to say goodbye to their base, and they're going to go down to the lower bracket.
What have RSG? It was their game to lose.